Hey, it's Catherine Norland. I wanted to ask you guys a question to see if you would be interested in a new video series I'm thinking about doing. Hey, everyone. So lately, the last few Fridays, maybe the last 3 or 4 Fridays in a row, I have been putting up on YouTube some old some old audition videos that I found in my archives because you guys are always asking me, what do you do besides the Dhar Mann stuff? Were you acting before that? And I have been acting for over 20 years, and it's only the last 2.5 or 3 years that I've been doing the acting for Dhar Mann. So I was putting up these old audition videos, and a couple of them were comedies, and you guys were like, LOL on it, saying, I've only ever seen you be angry and cry. Because that's kind of what I do in those videos. So you haven't seen the funny side of me or the other types of roles I play outside of those inspirational, motivational videos for Dhar. So my question is, should I'm thinking about doing a thing every Friday, like Flashback Friday auditions, where I show you guys all these old characters I've auditioned for, and I bring my acting coach in to kind of tell you guys, after you see it, what I could have done better, what I should have done, how I could have improved my acting or my audition, because I think a lot of you have said you want to get into acting or you've always wanted to learn about it. You've asked me about different teachers and coaches and who I've studied with. So instead of, like I have been, just putting up the auditions, I thought, what if we take it to the next level and have my own private acting coach comment on all of the auditions to let you guys know and to let me know what I could have done better. Would that be something you guys would be interested in watching? I want to make sure this would be something you would be into before I spend all that time going through all these old audition footages and recording our reactions or all that stuff to it. Okay, I see a bunch of you saying yes and thumbs up. Okay, cool. I just wanted to check your temperature, make sure you're alive. I've been putting out on YouTube every Wednesday and Sunday at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time my inspirational, motivational videos. And so then just Fridays, I started putting out just these auditions saying, oh, you guys wanted to see more of the acting stuff. So, okay. Hi from Denmark. This is a silly question, but do all the Dhar Mann actors and actresses get paid? Yes, we do get paid. Although I've acted in many, many projects for free years ago. I can't afford to do that now. I have to pay for babysitters. But when I first started acting, I didn't have any kids. So it sounds like the vast majority of you guys think that would be a good idea. I'm looking at some of your comments. Okay, very cool. Thank you guys for saying yes and supporting me and saying you're a great actress. But I think it would be very valuable for you guys, especially any of you who want to really know what acting is like, to peel back the layers, to learn from one of the top acting coaches of all times. I mean, the guy you guys are going to be learning from, who I've been studying with for years, back in New York 25 years ago, when he was an acting coach, 25 years ago, he was getting more than $100 an hour to coach actors. So that is the caliber and level of person. I'm sure his services would be $250 an hour now. But he's saying that he's agreed to partner with me in delivering this information to you guys to peel back, so it's not just going to be like an acting class where a teacher explains the theory of acting or what you would do in a certain situation where it's hard to wrap your mind around it because you don't see any real life examples. And, you know, with COVID, there's not a acting class where you can all get together in the same room and demonstrate with other actors what works and what doesn't. So having my old audition footage where you can see what I did, you know, I'll let you know when I booked the roles, when I didn't book the role, and then having this high caliber level teacher teach you behind the scenes how to do better. I just think it would be cool. And for those of you not interested in acting, it'll still be fun because you can just watch the first, you know, the first few moments of the audition and just see the funny, wacky, wild, different stuff or intense stuff I did. And then when we start to break it apart, you can hop off if you want. But if you want to peel back the layers and learn even more, hi, Ralph. uh, Thank you so much. So if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, it's just under my name, Catherine Norland. I'm putting out 3 videos a week, my inspirational, motivational advice videos on Wednesdays and Sundays at 8 a.m. And then this new series I'm going to start on Fridays, Flashback Audition Fridays. I don't know, somebody's going to call it something like that. I don't know yet. Peel back the layers. So this acting coach, not only was he like super high paid in New York, he used to run the Riverside Shakespeare Company where they did all Shakespeare plays. Now, listen, if you can do Shakespeare, you can do anything. That's some hard stuff. But once you get a handle on that, you can really do any kind of acting. Oh, thank you, the Amigo Plays, for saying I'm your favorite actor. That's so sweet. So he is such high caliber that even years ago he got an offer from the Royal Shakespeare Company to go teach over at their school. I don't know if you guys follow acting, but the Royal Shakespeare Company, is it in London? I don't know. It's somewhere over there. For them to ask an American to come teach, that's a big deal. At one point, and maybe he still is, at one point he was considered the 3rd best Shakespeare teacher in all of the world, behind the people from the Royal Shakespeare Company. So anyway, it would be a wonderful treat for you guys to get some free acting classes, free acting lessons, get coaching from my own private coach, so you can see the stuff I've learned over the years. And I'm going to be learning with you guys as he's telling me how I could have improved these auditions. So you'll see the ones. Oh. Someone's what's this? You're breaking in on my session here, Timmy.
I didn't know. I just saw your live stream on YouTube.
Well, welcome. So I'm glad you guys think that would be, London. Thank you. I thought it was in London, but I didn't want to say it in case I was wrong. Okay. Yes, it's in London. Okay, guys. So stay tuned. I will let you know when these videos start coming out. I'm so excited. We're going to spend the time breaking these down, and you guys will get to peel back the layers. I'm going to find some auditions from when I was like just starting out, so you can see how terrible of an actor I was and how much I've grown in my abilities. You get to see me when I was young and cute.
I didn't know you were live streaming.
So I look forward to it. I look forward to seeing you guys on there. And shoot, I'm getting a phone call. Okay. I look forward to seeing you guys on there. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do. I'm going to keep trying to put out content that motivates you, inspires you, helps you get out of your ruts. And then this thing where it's going to be entertaining, but it's also going to teach you as well. Yay. So, okay, stay tuned for that. I'm glad you guys are on board with that. Love you, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.